The pain you feel today will be the strength you need tomorrow. The most searched thing on the internet is how to be motivated, how to find motivation. The one reason as to why most of us don't get things done, we don't achieve the things we want to achieve, is because we lack motivation and end up procrastinating, hoping that throughout that something will spark in us to be motivated. Let me tell you something. Motivational words are good in a way that they can trigger a change within you sometimes, but consuming a video like this about how to be motivated or how to gain your motivation will be a waste in your life if you just consume this video without taking any action in your life. You have to remember that you already have the intention because you're watching this video. So take one step at a time with everything that I'm going to talk about for you to find your motivation. We are not consistently motivated because we are all the time trying to find external factors to make us motivated. For example, listening to music pumps you up, watching a Netflix series or a movie that can give you some kind of energy levels to make you motivated, reading a motivational book, watching a motivational video, reading any sort of motivational articles. I'm guilty of this because sometimes when I want to feel motivated, I go ahead and I listen to a motivational video to give me, that kind of sense of I can push and to push more and more harder, especially when I'm working out. But I for sure know that after I've finished working out and after I've listened to this, that's the end of it. I just wanted it to take me through that process, but then what pushes me to go the next day is not the motivational video that I watched yesterday. It's the fact that I was able to get myself through it and push myself through that process of what I was doing to achieve what I achieved. But don't get me wrong, sometimes external factors like listening to music or watching something, or being in an environment that kind of motivates you is good. It can give you some kind of level of motivation. It can help you, push through certain things. Like me, it can help me sometimes push through my workouts. And it's good because at the end of the day, I've achieved the thing that I wanted to do. I've been able to be successful in the thing that I wanted to kind of get done. Other people look at money as a form of motivation. But yet again, even knowing that money is the end result and it motivates you, why do you still feel the lack of motivation? Why do you still feel empty? Because even money can motivate you to a certain extent only. True motivation is something deeper and more internal we need to have. And why am I saying this? Is that there are days where you feel great in the morning. There are days when you wake up feeling the best, but then you still lack the aspect of motivation. You still cannot feel motivated, or you still are not motivated at all. What makes you motivated, what pushes you, is not external factors, but is something inwardly within yourself. And let's break down to these two particular factors, these two things that you probably lack. This is why you're not motivated. The first one is lack of focus. When you kind of find yourself bouncing, from one thing to another, you're bouncing from your phone to your laptop, you can't just keep focused on one thing. You lengthen the time in which you want to finish this thing. I listened to something recently, and this person said that every single time they find themselves drifting away, or they find themselves procrastinating or scrolling through the phone or reading something or maybe chatting to a friend, so they get a piece of paper and they write down what thing they're meant to be doing within that time, what task they are prolonging for a very long time instead of finishing it. When they write that down and they look at the patterns every single now and then, it helps them understand what exactly is making them dodge that thing, because it's repeatedly over and over again that every single time when they want to finish that task or you want to accomplish a particular type of task, they kind of drift their mind away. It's like avoidance. You have that thing within you that you have an avoidance kind of skill within yourself to avoid tasks that you find a little bit harder or you find a little bit challenging. Therefore, in the process, you lack motivation, you start procrastinating, and then you drift away from the thing that you want to do. But then you can ask yourself, what do you do when you're feeling not focused, or when you feel like you're not focusing at all? I'm not saying that doing the things that you're trying to do or scrolling on social media is a bad thing, or kind of calling a friend or sort of trying to sleep in a bit more is a bad thing. But you need to understand the patterns of those things. One solution I can give you is that make it easy for yourself to focus. You have to put mechanisms within your life that can allow you not to do the things that are going to stop you from doing what you're supposed to be doing at that particular time. For example, your phone. It has been said 1,000 times and 1,000,000 times in all forms and all shapes that if you want to focus more and not check your phone, put your phone in a different room, or make sure that you lock it away in a box. In that way, the thought of you going to pick up the phone, by the time you think about going to pick up the phone, you've already refocused yourself back to what you're supposed to be doing and saying, oh, I'll pick it up later, let me finish this task, because you have to walk and go and pick up the phone, or you're put in a box away and you've put a timer on it. You can't get it out until that timer is done. So you're either you're forced to focus on that task that you want to accomplish. The second reason as why you lack motivation is lack of energy. So I started paying attention to my energy levels. I started taking some vitamins that can really help me get my energy levels back. And when my energy level went up, and it usually used to be the hours of 1, 2, 3 o'clock, that my body would start shutting down and my motivation would start going down, down, down and down. I incorporated a lot of exercise within that sort of time, and I said the times where I feel like my energy is low, I'm going to try as much as I can to walk around and exercise, because there is a study that shows that exercise and the brain work together hand in hand to give you the best results with everything that you have to do in life. So I started as much as I can to exercise to amp up my energy levels. If you ever notice when you go to the gym or you do some form of exercise, you feel fresh and you feel like your dopamine levels are really high and you're very energized, and that can allow you to be motivated to get on and do other things, because the feel good of you exercising your mind, you exercise your brain, and your brain is so fresh and is so much better to pick up things and get things done. That is why they encourage people to work out every time, especially in the mornings. It's the best way to get the best results that you can get and stay motivated throughout the day in order to maximize any kind of results that you want to have. Because if your brain is not exercised, if your brain is not fed with the good food, then you're going to feel things like stress. You're going to feel your energy levels going a little bit down. Once you're stressed, then you allow different things to come in, and your mind is going to be trying different kind of mechanisms to calm you down from that stress, rather than allowing you to do the things that you have to physically do or to accomplish. So your brain is trying to figure out all this, and also you're trying to see how can I be motivated. And if you don't feed it with the right food and the right mindset, and you're not allowing yourself to expand brain wise, then your motivation levels are going to be really, really low. Motivation is not something that comes to you. Motivation is something that comes within the things that you are already doing, because your level of exercise depends on your type of lifestyle and health. But the point is, you have to exercise consistently in order for your brain to get into that flow. It doesn't have to be an hour, it doesn't have to be 2 hours, it doesn't have to be 3 hours. It can be the little time that you've got that just allows your body to move. In that way, your brain is moving. I go to the gym at least maybe 4 or 5 times a week. Sometimes I spend 20 minutes in the gym, sometimes I spend 30 minutes, sometimes I spend an hour. I don't have a time of saying to myself, I am going to be the gym for an hour in order for me to maximize the results that I have to do. My workouts are very intense. I go in 1, 2, 3, in, out, move on with my day. In that way, I've not spent so much time in the gym. And in that way, I've been able to maximize everything that I want to do and allow my brain to kind of like produce that dopamine that I need to get things done. Because apart from exercise, you also have to pay attention to your food and your sleep. Your food and your sleep also play a big factor in how motivated you can be or how motivation works in your life. Because motivation is not about watching a motivational movie, it's not about listening to that particular thing, it's not about waiting for the motivation to come. Because some of us are sitting at home waiting for motivation to come. Why are you not working out? Because I'm not motivated. Why are you not working on your business? I don't feel motivated. Why are you not reading something? I lack the motivation. So the question is, where do you expect this motivation to come? Do you expect it to come through the door? Do you expect it to fall down from heaven? That will not ever happen. Motivation comes within that thing that you want to do. If you want to be motivated, go ahead and start working out. Within your working out, if you see the results, if you see the feel good moment, you are going to instantly be motivated to do more and more and more because you are so happy about the result. Remember this, when we procrastinate our goals due to lack of motivation, we are setting ourselves up for any kind of regret. I've seen people who get older and they say, I wish I did this, I wish I knew, I wish I overcame my fear, I wish I was able not to care about what people said, I wish I went through all those things I could have done. You do not want to be that kind of person. You have to remember that motivation comes in the process of you doing whatever you're doing. But if you want to have motivation, if you want to get things done, you have to create good habits. You have to take away the friction and make good habits. Make it easy for you to do. Don't create tasks that you know are going to be a hindrance to something that you want to accomplish or to things that you want to get. You have the power over your mind, not anything to do with any. If you realize this, you'll find strength. Motivation is something that is intrusive. It's within your mind. It's nothing external. Looking for motivation outside through music, through all these kind of things, through money, it's just something that is going to be temporary. But you have to get yourself through that situation of saying, you know what, I don't feel like it. I don't want to do it today, but I'm just going to do it anyway. And you'll find the motivation in it. So I hope this video has really helped you. I hope it really gives you some kind of insight in terms of motivation. And I just want to see all of you motivated and all of you better. Sometimes your lack of energy could be due to things like lack of vitamins that you may not be having like me. So have them checked and make sure that, okay, your energy levels are up to allow you to do a lot of things. Your energy, your food, your sleep are so important on how motivated you can be in a day. Forget about everything else. Just think about those things, okay? Anyway, guys, my name is 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐀𝐌𝐈𝐄𝐑. I make self-love, motivation or self-improvement videos on this channel. I have so many videos that would help you. Just scroll through my whole entire, YouTube, and you'll find a video that will catch your eye. It may be a thumbnail, it could be a title, or it could be something in the video that I've said that will spark your interest. Just check out my whole entire channel, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I remain Lucy A, and bye-bye.